What is up, Ravens fans? Welcome back to One-on-One at the Castle. I'm Cassie Calvert, and today I am joined by Michael Pierce. We are so excited to have you here. It's been a long time coming. We're old friends now.
Indeed.
We used to do this back in the day, and now you're back here with the Ravens. Has anything changed in your time?
I got older. That's one thing. Shout out to Coach Harvey. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Coach. No, I got older. I learned a little bit. I went through the pandemic like everybody else, and working on starting a family. So
That's awesome.
a lot has happened, but my football is still the same, so it's pretty good.
That's awesome. You actually got engaged the week that you signed back with the Ravens. So it was a big week for you. It's awesome. We love those big, happy life changes. And he's going to be taking your questions, fans, so make sure you comment them below. You know, we talked a little bit about how this team has changed since you were last here, and they've added some guys in the defensive line group, like Calais Campbell, obviously a veteran who's well-known throughout the league. What has it been like for you kind of coming in and getting to play with him now?
It's been amazing. So in my time here, I've had to play with Sis, future Hall of Famer. Dumerville was here. Obviously, Brandon was awesome, but he's just a different kind of energy. Like I said, he competes at everything. I don't know if y'all have heard. We play like Jeopardy, and they like quiz us on like our opponents and all that stuff. It gets intense. We get into a few arguments, but no, it's all in good fun. And like I said, he's an amazing player. Everybody knows what he can do. Like Walter Payton Man of the Year, like maybe 2 years ago or so. So no, he's an awesome dude, brings a different joy to the game, and like I said, it's fun when you get to play with guys like that.
So he's a competitor across the board.
Like
it's not
completely
just
across the board. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's great. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to turn that off.
Yeah.
Obviously, you get to reunite with a guy like Brent Urban, who was here when you were here before, and Ravens actually announced today that we've agreed to terms with Jason PierrePaul, who will hopefully be in here next week. So what is it like when you get to add a guy like that to your defense?
It just adds like another element. So Justin Houston started off the season strong, and having to deal with him, Dafe, Tyus is going to be back, and JPP is going to add another element of just. It's going to be tough for offensive lines to deal with them and then deal with us on the inside. So anytime as an interior guy, you get guys like that who I'm sure he has 100+ sacks. So anytime you have a Calais, so JPP, a big body like Brent Urban, Trav's coming back. Myself, and then you go and see Dafe, and when Tyus gets back, that's going to be a lot for teams to handle. So no, we welcome with open arms, and it should be exciting.
That's awesome. It's a scary combination for sure. So we're headed up to New England this weekend. Obviously, this team is looking to rebound from last week, and that's a tough place to go play. What are you guys expecting out of that game this weekend?
It's just going to be a dogfight. So everybody knows we had a lot of mishaps on defense, so we just need to get that taste out of our mouth. If our offense can do half of what they did last week, that should be, enough for us to win in our standard. So we didn't play up to our standard, so it's not really about what they do. Obviously, they play hard. They're amazingly well coached with Coach Belichick. They got amazing players. Juwan's still my friend. So no, they have their weapons, but if we play how we're supposed to play, if we come out how we came out against the Jets, and in the first half, we believe we should win. So like I said, it's going to be a hard-fought game. They have a lot of amazing players, but we're just focusing on us right now and correcting a lot of stuff we did wrong last week.
Sure. So we'll take some fan questions here. This one's from Jason Walsh on YouTube. He wants to know, what players at your position did you watch growing up?
So I was a big, like I said, this may not be a Ravens-friendly answer. Casey Hampton was my favorite. We kind of similar built. Vince Wilfork, Patriots plug, but he was awesome. When I got here, Kelly Gregg, I was, 20-something, but Kelly Gregg's awesome. So I changed my number to 97 because of him. I learned a lot of stuff from Kelly Gregg. Anybody knows Haloti, all those kind of guys. I learned a lot from like Warren Sapp. I'm not a pass rusher, but just how he attacks the game. So, and John Randall was fun to watch as well. He was like
quite the list.
A maniac, yeah.
I always liked Vince Wilfork's fits. He had the overalls.
Yeah,
any inspiration there? You do your own thing.
No, I'm country, just not that kind of country. So, I'm a little more fashion forward, if you will. But I definitely have some friends who still wear the overalls. It's just not in my repertoire.
Okay. You're like the colorful always. I feel like I like that. All right, this one's from Garrett West on YouTube. He said, "Are you still able to squat over 700 pounds?"
Of course. That's like a calling card of mine. Depending on what age I retire at, I may want to do powerlifting. Wow. So depending on how my body feels, I'll give it a shot. But every off season, I get up around there. As you get older, you need to start working on different things. But no, I can do it for sure. That's not even not too much of a problem.
This one's from Keenan Mary on Facebook. What kind of hobbies do you have these days? Do you have time for hobbies?
During season, no. I sat out for COVID, so I got into like gardening.
Gardening?
Interesting story. So my gardening bill was a little high. Cutting the grass and all that stuff during COVID. I had a lot of free time, obviously. I was just bored. So I was like, man, I can plant my own flowers. I can cut my own grass. It won't take a while. I quickly learned like planting flowers is not all you have to do. Obviously you have to water, but you have to check the soil, fertilizer, etc. So now I get out there and fool with my plants a lot. I had a dog. I bought my dog during COVID. His name's Princeton. He's a poodle. He's 1 year old. Unfortunately, he's in Alabama with my parents at the moment. But outside of that, I just love like the beach and like getting on boats and stuff. So I'm gonna work on getting my license, my boating license, and
That's awesome.
I'll be out there.
Gardening is a great hobby. And there's, like you said, there's so much that goes into it. How much sun is the plant getting? How much water? All those things. So big lawn garden guy now. All right.
Indeed.
This is from Maria White on Facebook. What's your favorite road city?
Favorite road city? I loved Seattle. I think the only time I went out there was 2019 when we won back then. It's just a beautiful city. I normally I'll take like an Uber and just kind of ride around. So it's weird when you hop in an Uber and say, hey, I got some money. Let's just circle some stuff.
That's neat.
So I do that when I have time, obviously. But Seattle was just beautiful. I love the water, obviously. Like I said, boats, and it's awesome. So I plan on going there in one off season.
And
apparently they have like whale watching.
Yeah, I guess you're like close to like Alaska.
Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. Well, and like when you are on West Coast trips, you have that extra day, so there is a little more time to explore. Does the outcome of the game affect how you remember the city? Because obviously that game was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, definitely. If you go out and LA, you can shop and do all that. If you lose to the Rams or Chargers, you're like,
not the greatest trip. Yeah.
But I think like that's a nice place. Obviously, we had a great win there. But that's something like off the beaten path for me. I'll never think like, oh, I need to go visit Seattle. So
really cool city.
Yeah.
This one from Brandon Michael on Facebook. What's the main reason you decided to come back to Baltimore?
Like I said, it's just family. Contracts happen, free agency happens. But like I said, when I first signed, when my agent called and said, hey, I just got off the phone with Mr. DaCosta, they really want you to come back. I was like, okay, great. He's like, you want to hear anybody else's offers? I was like, not really. I was like, as long as it's competitive, it's fair compensation. Like I said, it's family here. Like I said, I'm still close with a lot of guys. Being able to play with Herb again, he wasn't signed when I signed, but like Pat and Lamar and just Chuck, and it's a lot of stuff. But like I said, I made like a lot of bonds with like people in our building, Dr. Tricia, Johnny, Shorty and Manny, yourself. All fond memories. And like I said, to have that back again is just amazing.
And I would imagine too, it helps you be able to focus on football because you don't have to figure out all the other things, right? It's more like a natural fit. Yeah.
Indeed.
This one is from Profits on YouTube. He wants to know, I'm putting you on the spot, teeny bit, who's the fastest Ravens player in your opinion?
Yikes.
That's some speed out there these days.
Right. So, I feel like I don't look at the little miles per hour things. I feel like Dude's up there. Yeah. Obviously, Mars up there. I felt like I saw Bateman run insanely fast. So I would say probably one of those three. Marlon's, a speedster as well.
Track guy.
Yeah, and he's from Alabama. So I would like to lean his way, but I don't think I can. So I think it'd probably be like Dude. He a track guy.
Bateman and Dude, I think, are the fastest guys speed-wise so far in the NFL this season as a ball carrier. So that's a pretty good stat, right?
I know what I'm looking at. Yeah. That's all right.
The eye test is right for you there. Yeah. All right. So who's the funniest player on the team and the biggest jokester? This one's from Garnett on YouTube.
The funniest guy on the team. We got a lot of funny people. I would say an underrated funny guy like Marcus Williams.
Really?
Yeah. I sat next to him on the train. He's a lively dude. Like I said, my favorite is just Juice. I just get his sense of humor, if you will. So Marlon's always just a great time. So let's just go with Marlon.
So the secondary, basically, as a whole.
All the secondary guys, yeah, they live in their own world. They they don't always get hit as much, so they might be in a little bit better mood than us linemen. But No, they always lively, and all three of those guys are
Very
pretty funny.
different senses of humor.
For sure, for sure. Totally different people, but equally as funny to me, at least.
What about the biggest jokester? Anybody playing pranks on the team these days?
I feel like JK runs around and just does stuff. So
Fits the name, you know.
Yeah.
JK. All right, this one is from Malachi. How do you feel about our offensive line this year? Obviously, you get to see them quite a bit in practice, so.
yeah, I feel strong. That's a strong point on our team. So we're missing Ronnie, and anytime you have a mega left tackle,
All-pro.
premium left tackle, if you don't really see that on film, that's an accomplishment in itself. So most teams, like when you lose a quarterback, you expect to lose sometimes, depending on what team you're on. When you lose your left tackle, you expect to have 5 and 6 sacks sometimes. So you start sending guys right to that spot, and they just isolate that spot. So the guys who filled in, Pat McCarry, everybody's done an amazing job. Morgan Moses came over. He's a really good player. Zeitler's awesome. My rookie, Tyler, not my rookie, but I went against him a lot in camp. Tyler's been doing great. So Ben Powers is a mainstay here. So I think we're really good. Like I said, I don't think we're giving up too many sacks at all. And, surpassing the league. So.
And you see them every day, so you would know.
Certainly do.
This one is from Salomon on YouTube. He wants to know what your favorite play of the year is so far.
So it's between Dude's return, because that was just amazing.
Electric.
And then I'll say it's between Lamar's run and his slant to bait. So I'd like to say I'll go with the return. Just we started that game off so hot. That was I hate that we spoiled that, but
when you see like Lamar's run and he does that like flip into end zone, what is it like on the sideline or Dude's touchdown in a moment like that kickoff return?
Like I said, if you start off the game with a kickoff return, you just like, oh my God, like we got to keep it rolling. So no, that was awesome. But like you see Lamar, it's like an 89-yard run. So you don't really, like I said, you learn to expect a lot of different things from Lamar, but quarterback power going 89 yards is just electrifying.
Are you just sitting there thinking like, wow, I'm glad I'm not the defense that's on the field right now?
Certainly not. So no, the guys who were responsible for that, they probably got their butts chewed a little bit. So no, I'm glad to be on this side of those kind of plays.
All right, we'll take a few more fan questions here for you. This one is from Kenny Long on Facebook. What's your favorite Ravens game you've played in?
Favorite Ravens game I played in? I'd say like 2019 year was just special. I think we beat the Rams that year in LA, and they were like really good.
Monday Night
and we
Football.
beat them pretty well. We also beat the Patriots pretty good at home. 2019, that was a home game. That was a night game. That was really fun. Matter of fact, I'll roll with that one. But those 2 night games, one was in LA, one was with the Patriots here. Those were 2 really, really good games for us.
Yeah,
so
that was a special year for sure. All right, last fan question for you here. When you were away from Baltimore, what was the thing you missed the most? This is from Ravens Elite on YouTube.
So I would be remiss if I did not mention the crab cakes. Crab cakes are awesome. And then like I do have some family here. So just me coming here as a rookie was awesome. But like I said, just having that dominant defense again, just being a part of like a family, that just was really, really evident to me. It's not always the same elsewhere, but you hear a lot of our guys who do come back mention that. So I got to see, what things were like elsewhere, but like I said, this place just has a special place in my heart. So being with the guys again and just having that family here and the crab cakes are amazing.
It's a good top 3, yeah. Any message you want to share with the Ravens fans here before we sign off?
Cannot wait to get out there on Sunday. So you guys be tuned in. It'll be a great game. It'll be a physical game, and hopefully we come out on top.
Absolutely. 1 p.m. on Fox on Sunday when we're in New England. We will see you guys then. Thanks for watching.